My room doesn't get very cold. I have to try the back room with an air conditioning there. My son's old room. Sometimes it's hard work losing weight. I walked in the garden back, I think 3 times. For some reason, thinking that would help me lose weight. Apparently, if you want to lose 1 pound of fat, which is 3,500 calories, you've got to walk like 60,000 steps. So maybe it could be done in 1 day. These edamame peas. How much do edamame peas cost in an American restaurant? Or do you just can you just get them in a Japanese style place? This is the cheapest here. 100 yen. Oh, or they might have gone up now. They used to be 100 yen, where other places were like 300 yen, 400 yen. Looks like this is a bad time to go live. Oh, my old pal. All right, Geek, how you going, pal? This is the 3rd one. The first 2 were about 1 o'clock. Then I was nodding my head off in a different shop. But I didn't have my usual loads of vegetables today. I know, isn't it fucking... We've just got to get that fucking problem out of the way. Some cunt sent me a message and he said, and it was a derogatory message. And yeah, I can easily give that up though. Yeah, when I came here last time, I was just drinking too much fucking sake. I can't do that again. And I should have, because I could have got the all you can drink, and it ended up being 3,500 yen. But I can, you know, like, but I do like the nice whiskey. This is the thing in England. Did you just get the shit whiskey? But when they had that festival here, fuck man, it's yeah, really nice whiskies. Really lucky. Hopefully come back next year. Hibiki is I get a Japanese one. I've got a friend that works. He was here many years in England many years. Married Japanese wife, kids, and then he knocked up a woman. He was like 60 or 61, and he knocked up a woman. And she said, "No, I just want the baby. You don't have to do anything." Yeah, I did have some at that festival. Can't remember which ones. And now he's in English, and he's selling he's selling vintage whiskies. Some of them are Japanese. Who didn't come for maintenance? What am I missing here? Oh no, the woman. No, she obviously, she just wanted a baby. There's some wealth. Well, they can get money from the government, and if they've got like a family, mum and dad, and carry on the family. But I think he was into drink as well. Like I was saying to Geek before, or some other person on here about doing another blood test at the end of the month. But like I said, I managed to avoid it yesterday because I worked hard yesterday as well, and I lost a kilo uh, today, this morning. So that was a real kilo down. And but today I didn't do it. Thank you. If we could get a little bit more shit on the fucking food, that'd be good. But you got to be careful about putting too much poison in your body as well. It's all in the bottom of the saucer. This girl here last time, she wasn't very friendly. Yeah, I think a lot of men in their 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, they give up. But I used to work out, run a lot, and it's just to keep the fucking fat at bay. Cheers. Yeah, so I think Ricky Gervais said that as well. But obviously, when you get to a certain, well, this is why I fucking was weighing 110 kilograms. But I do know people that have weighed like fucking 150 kilograms. And obviously, coming down from 150, same height as well. Coming down from 150, that's a lot of weight to fucking come down. But I do feel now, even though this is the third beer, and it's a large beer, I am feeling it, you know, the the taste and everything. Yeah, they said 150k. How tall? Do you know how tall he is? I think Sam was 150k. But if you look at Victor, but Victor's got to keep in shape because he's got two young kids. He's 250 kilograms. Don't believe that. I think it does weight. But as Victor's got two young kids, so he's got to stay fit. I think Victor's probably in 80k. Well, like I said, he's in good shape now. But like two young kids, got to stay in shape. I am. Don't want to fucking knock him over because I have done in the past. You know, my son is about 150 kilograms. And he's overweight, but he's like 6'5". No, I'm going to try and lose him. I want to get under 100. But when I first started with the problem, I was very, very tired. And mixed meat, some tan, tongue, and I forget what the other one was. Chicken. Was it chicken? But like I said, I feel a lot better. Well, I was almost running in the steam room. But I'm walking about 1 hour in the last few times I've been walking 1 hour in the steam room. See if I get the opportunity to do some weights. It is very nice today. I think last night I had some natto and some pickled cucumbers and some kimchi, about 9 o'clock. That's the first time I've eaten after 6 o'clock for a long time. Or maybe it was that here last week. I've got to get some work done tomorrow, so maybe no sauna tomorrow. Isn't peanut butter, isn't that very high calorie, geek? I had an Indian the other day, and they brought me some hot sweet chili sauce. That was for me to make the strength. Oh yeah, that's when I talk about Gary Vider. I think he was on American Got Talent, and he's a small Jew, but he's fucking funny. It's really funny. Check him out. He's great. I love him. But he's a very small guy. He's got short hair, glasses. Well, sometimes glasses. What kind of hot sauce is it, Geek? Yeah, please check Gary Vider out. He's makes me laugh just thinking about him. A lot of people call Gary very funny. All right, Geek, glad for popping in, mate. Take care. Oh, Sriracha, that's getting famous over here with the Japanese. A Brazilian friend was promoting it, I think, while he was going on about how the Japanese are loving it. Maybe I should try it out. Don't be a stranger, as my landlady says. You know, some I think the when you really haven't eaten a lot of food. So, like for the last week or so, I've been eating like one meal a day, usually about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock. And when you don't eat all that much food, the food that you do eat, it's fucking so much tastier. It really is. But in the Second World War, the Jews couldn't appreciate this. Only joking. I didn't know Roseanne was a Jew. It seems like I eat a lot. I used to. Now I'm eating mainly health food. Now I've cut down on, for example, in the last month, maybe I've had a few, probably about maybe half a dozen, 10 slices of toast, something like that. Maybe so. I've had about probably 10 slices of toast in the last month, last 6 weeks. Uh, like these sticks, probably I've had about less than 10 of those in the last 6 weeks. I don't think I've had maybe one pizza. I think I've had one pizza, and I've had maybe one bottle of wine. Whereas I would have like 2 to 3 bottles, maybe four, in a week with a pizza on top of beer. So I have. Well, it's not. I can't get away with it because I don't know too much, but the because I'm just clearing the warehouse up now. But it was more like of drinking too much for too long and getting the warning signs and like taking heed of it. So yeah, well, she was talking to Piers Morgan, and she was saying that she came from a long line of Jews. You know, they weren't. The line wasn't giving food away or giving money away, but she says relatives were killed in I think it's a very famous event when the the, uh, the thing was the Ukrainians were trying to help the Germans against the Jews against the Russians, and then they said, "Well, we'll have you as well." So they killed about 800,000 Ukrainians, I think, and they were burying these people alive. And this is what Roseanne said, that a lot of these people were her relatives. They said, "Well, you should treat yourself." No, I don't need a substitute for the beer because I like beer. But what I need to do is not drink as much as I used to. You're a model citizen. That's nice to hear. Oh, you're a new model citizen. Well, see, I've got a friend and he is, I think he's maybe 18 years. He hasn't had a drink in 18 years. Now, the problem with Roy is that when he did have a drink, he went crazy. He went really, really crazy. He'd jump into a car and like bash all of the cars in the street. He went mental. So he can't have a drink because of that. He goes really, really mental. But I have never, I have never fallen over and banged my head being drunk. I have never thrown a brick through a window. I wouldn't say I was a model citizen, but when someone falls down in the street, I'm usually the first person to help them up. I give, I give food, sometimes money to homeless people. Hello, Chile. Do I know you? When you say Roseanne's group, what does that mean? Well, when you said you haven't had a drink in 30 years, were you going crazy or anything like that? Do I know you, Chile? Where are you watching from? Someone's I might treat myself. So, Tebasaki, moitotsu. Right, you don't like it? Well, you don't fucking get. You haven't given much up if you don't like it, have you? That's just there's a difference between a teetotaler and someone that has given up beer because they had a problem with it. You know, sometimes people have, for example, they have a problem with it because they fall down drunk. They have a problem with it because they start fighting. They have a problem with it because they beat their wife up. They have a problem with it because they start going crazy. But not just because they don't like it. That's not giving beer up. Yeah, well, there are a lot of people like you, but that what you were saying, you haven't had a drink for 30 years. Well, there are, oh dear, you're fucking crazy. Yeah, well, there's a lot of Japanese people like that that don't. They'll, for example, if they go to, well, you must know this. You've been here a long time. It's usually women, and they get a small when there's a wedding, and they'll have a small glass to toast the couple. I think maybe you should try alcohol again. Well, there's a lot of people. For example, some people don't like beer, and what they do, they put in some lime or cordial, or put in some blackcurrant cordial. A lot of people have that same reason, but what they do is they make it sweet. Which country are you? Are you English? Yeah, I knew you were folks up. You do know that a finger is not a reproductive organ? You mean like English bitter? Yeah, sure. I used to drink Magnet. Yeah, I know you were fucked up, Paul. Oh, it's James, is it? I'll give you this. That's the strangest message. That's the strangest message I've ever had. Limeys have a sexy accent. Well, they do to some people. neither was I, T. You got to be careful because some people, it's when they put in things on the end of their penis or they put in their penis inside their fan pumps on baths that they get the penis trapped. So be careful. Oh dear, here we go. There's a lot of I think it's called Dr. Karan or Dr. Karam. He's a Indian guy with a beard, very popular surgeon doctor, and he says this thing, men and women, they shove objects up their parts of their body, and they get them stuck, and then they come into operation. They come into the hospital with this problem. So anyone watching, like this, for example, don't shove this up any orifice. Like this, don't shove this in any orifice. This is my lesson for today. Oh dear. I think maybe next time he's going to come on and says someone like hacks his computer. I am glad that the young girls are not here to listen to this. Sometimes he's drawn out of me. I'd like to see Victor match that comment. My shower videos are the one with the cold weather. Yeah, fucking freezing. How many have I done? I haven't done all that many, have I? You never sent any fucking money though, have you? I don't know if you've seen that one, T. I did a shower video because I was like training for the Naked Festival, and I did it, and it was in January, and I took a cold shower with this cold supply from the street. I lasted 1 minute, fucking freezing, really painful. I don't recommend doing that. I once in New Zealand, we were in a kayak. Me and this girl fell in. I don't recommend that in a lake in New Zealand, one of the deepest lakes in New Zealand. Your fucking body just freezes up straight away. He's probably not drinking. He's probably trying to open a bottle of beer. Yeah, we were close to shore. So it's a fucking good job we were close. We could walk to the shore. Thank you. So ben bir kırsak. You smell great. That could be the problem. I think I've found how to solve a problem for people that are anorexic. Take them to a fucking Japanese restaurant. What am I putting in my mouth? I don't think I should do this in front of you. You'll be fucking coming all over your face. You can send money if you like. spicy as well, Paul. Yeah. Oh, you get that'll fucking get me excited. Maybe I should open up a maybe I should open up a OnlyFans, TB. How much money depends on how much money you're going to send me. As long as you don't. 20,000 yen. Who is Daniel Lord? Oh, Daniel, the young gay boy. But didn't he do that and then he was complaining? $50,000. Yeah, he's whining a little bit. I remember watching one of his videos in somewhere. He went to Germany or something, and then he met this girl, and then he expected to have sex with her straight away. For fuck's sake, go for a drink or have a meal first, you silly prick. You got a maid. You got a robot. Someone said, Bimbiro kudasai. Emery the Hoover. Can I have a new glass?
A new glass.
Oh my gosh. An estate, fuck knows what, an estate of 5 trailers. Oh, you're in America. Yeah. Okay, I got you. So I think this fucker's probably got people locked up in his trailers. Well, I'm glad that James is straightforward. Straight to the point. Now go and kidnap those fuckers off the street in San Francisco. That's a very nice offer, James, but I'm concerned with some of your messages. I saw. Aren't you some kind of martial arts expert? I don't know what ninjutsu is. I know what gin nutsu is. That is when you pour gin on your nuts. Yeah, I think you get too excited. Take call. Take care. Take call. Take care. Take care. They're not stranger than thought. TB, when was the last time you had fish and chips? I've just been to the steam room exercising. Banging my head on an exhaust fan from a shop. Oh, really? It's better off making me yourself at home. No, now I'm going to the steam room to lose weight and exercise and check my weight. But maybe my metabolic rate is good. No, these fucking. They went behind this shop to get out of the sun, and I turned around and fucking banged my head there. And so got very angry. So I've had a word with the solicitor. No, because anyone can walk into this because there's no protection around it. So if I'd have been like an inch shorter, I wouldn't have banged it. Well, the solicitor hasn't gone back to me yet. It's only happened the other day. The copper said they can't do anything about it. Well, I said something should be put around it to stop people banging into it and hurting themselves. See, if that had been lower down, I would have been able to see it. But because it was just above my line of sight, I couldn't see it. How much beer do you drink, TB, in these days of very expensive beers? What day is it today? Is it the 20th or 21st? Maybe I'll put these. Hello, Kilroy. How are you? Where are you watching from? I'm doing okay. I had a very lazy day. Well, I didn't really have a lazy day because I walked around in a fucking in a hot room for fucking 2 hours. Austin, Texas. Where's it? I know some people out there in Texas, and I think it's Texas, and I know Texas is fucking big, but there's like a sumo wrestling. They set up a sumo wrestling gig, so maybe you should do a search for it. Sumo wrestling in Texas. It might be interesting. And if only to watch. It looks as though it's getting quite popular, actually. No, it's definitely getting quite popular. Can someone give me Japanese time? No, I've done judo. I haven't done sumo, but I think I'd be good at sumo. I think I'd be good at sumo. Say Z. But you got to remember these sumo people, they practice for fucking years. Their bodies are fucking solid. If you run into a sumo wrestler at fucking a decent speed, you'd fucking hurt yourself. And they're quite fit. They're very fit. But underneath all that fucking weight is they're in really healthy condition. You know, their hearts, the insides, they're really healthy because they run. They can fucking run fast. Don't don't insult a sumo wrestler and think he can't catch you because he fucking probably can. What do they have? What is called chanko nabe, and they have a big pot, and they put in that big pot is soup, fish, meat, bones, vegetables, and what they do is they eat that, and then they drink a big fucking bottle of sake, and then they go to sleep. I remember, I remember seeing me and me. Yeah, I have. I've been there actually. I have. When I was when I did judo, I got some free tickets. Also went to Nagoya as well, and there's in fact the competitions this month. This should be now in July, and we was in this restaurant we went to, and all the fucking beer had gone. The big beer like this, it's all gone because the sumo wrestlers had got the beer at the side of their table. They were playing a game where they were slapping each other. But also in this area, there was a bad thing where a young my mother-in-law, her neighbor's son, he was a sumo wrestler, or he started it. And in this area in Inuyama, there was a fucking because there's hazing. I don't know if you know what hazing is. They pick on other people. They were hitting this young kid over the head with a fucking bottle like this. They were bashing him over the head, and he ended up fucking dying. So after that, Japanese parents wouldn't let their fucking kids become sumo wrestlers. So now all the sumo wrestlers are from Mongolia. But it was the same in the Marines, you know, same in the paratroops. I did a parachute course at Bryce Norton. I don't think I've seen the green. I might have paid too much attention. But there was a, well, from odd places, there's an Egyptian guy as well. Did I get it in the end much? No, only from my mum. But there was a, what was I going to say now? Oh, I forgot. It would seem that I got it on the head a lot. No, I got my jaw broke, this side and this side, by a group of people. I've been in some hospitals. I think it's about time I put some people in hospital. No. So when we were doing this course in like in the Marines, they stopped because from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, as generations got older and older, they got softer and softer, and now I don't know about other parts of the world, but definitely in America and Britain, the kids are getting softer and softer. So which doesn't bear well if there's a fucking war. And because of hazing, they used to pick on kids. And I was told this in Canada, what they used to do when they would, because what you do when you're doing your parachute training, you like go up a fucking ramp, and then you jump off the ramp, and then what you fall down, and you have to move your legs this way and that way. If they got it wrong in Canada, the Canadian trainers would hit them with a big fucking stick. Gangs in Japan, not what I've seen. No. Maybe in town or in town or in Tokyo, but not in this area. Yeah, I was thinking of sending some because my brother married the right fucking slag. 40%. Oh my God. 40%. Are they carrying these interviews have got to be carried out at universities, surely? Wait, of either sex, I thought there were about 30 sexes. Oh yeah, I once fought a gang member in New Zealand. Oh yeah, they could be scared of giving the right answer. British, I identify as English. Sometimes I've said I'm English and people have said no, British. And shut the fuck up. No, I'm English. I'm not British, I'm English. And if people from Scotland and Ireland and Welsh, they don't say they're British unless they're a wanker. They say they should be proud of their fucking heritage and their bloodline. They should say they are Irish. They should say they are Welsh. They should say they're Scottish. And I say that I'm English. Santa. Yeah, it's fucking. We are different. We are English people, Scottish people, Welsh people. We're fucking different. There's no fucking doubt about it. We've all got a good sense of humor. We all like a drink, but there is a fucking difference between us. Yeah, because you know why they do that? Because they can't. Scotland has gone bankrupt 3 times, and fucking England's bailed them out. Try getting bailed out from fucking. No, definitely not. It's a long time since I've dressed up as Santa. Well, we were talking about before. Was it Damien or Darren? Did that little fucking wanker with glasses on? Has he got many fans on OnlyFans? Because I think it was popular at first, and then it soon died off. No, the next action I'm gonna get hopefully is in Vietnam sometime. Yeah, yeah. But that was a long time ago, wasn't it? But I think he was bragging off or telling everyone he got $3,000 or something. But what was he doing? He was having sex with his robot. 300 a month. I suppose it's not too, but better than a kicking balls, isn't it? Oh, really? Fucking hell. Oh my God. I wish you hadn't told me that. Love robot. I don't know. I'm not sure if love robots is the right term, but there are people that have got robots for companions. Yeah, they're usually elderly Japanese men. Daniel the Inserter. I think I'd want a bit more than $300 a month if I was inserting things. Oh dear. Maybe I should team up with Victor. Oh dear. Let's see if I can. I'm going to check fucking. Okay, that's good. It's still 16% on the battery. Could be another bottle. So this is. I'm going to have another bottle, and then no more until the end of July. It's enough to turn a man to a third bottle of beer. I think it's a good thing that his dad's died. Yeah. Can you imagine that if in today's society, especially in England, and if you like siblings and the brothers and sisters, and your older brother or sisters, they've got an OnlyFans site, and your little sister or little brother's going up to the mum and dad, Bobby's got a fucking OnlyFans site. They were going to cancel that. I applied for OnlyFans actually. I applied for me and the what's her name, Zoe Moe. I wanted her to do one with just me and Zoe talking. She's so fucking interesting, so many interesting sex stories. And they said, "Is it going to be sexual?" And I didn't know what to say. But now they were thinking of closing that down because of the sex. But there's so much fucking money. People are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Well, it all depends what she does, what they do. But I think I'd be cool with it. But like I said, I don't need anyone to buy me beer, apart from what's his name, Paul. What's that his Paul? What's his first name? Yeah, well, that's a very small. Yeah, but that big bank is. That I couldn't believe that Black China. She's finished now. She's made 20 fucking million. Now she's got all the money. She's jacked it in, and now Kardashian is going towards. I won't fucking go anywhere fucking near that cunt. That's fucking. He was sending me a message that's like this alcoholic loser, blah blah blah, now divorced, blah blah blah, and he made a couple of comments, and then he's turned up today. Oh, that's fine. Oh dear, the five. Oh dear. For $5. Well, this is why I was asking for 50,000 yen. Yeah, next thing you know, it's all over the place. Yeah, but the thing is, people are, these girls, ladies, women, they're making, because these are the popular ones that guys want to see. I think there are some popular ones for men, that are young men that are really in good shape and everything. But they're mainly for women, aren't they? So, but at the end of the day, these women, they're making money, but they're not really. Everyone's fucking slagging them when they're doing it. Well, my daughter wouldn't do that. She's not. My daughter, it's just very serious people. My daughter's very serious. And if I ever suggested anything like that, my kids were brought up correctly. So they, and most Japanese kids are, and most Asian kids are. So, but any parent whose child did that, it's got to be like on the edge of suicide. There's good money for strip, but have you got to spread your book? Have you got to spread your book sheet? Mine would be covered in shit. I don't know. Is that excitable? Well, no, I'm sure that most of these girls, but maybe a lot of them, were actually abused by their parents. But I think that, in generally speaking, the majority of parents wouldn't like it. So, but then again, if the girl or daughter turned around and bought my house, I think there's some fucking shit up. There was you remember Blackadder? And there was I think it was series 2 or 3, and there was an old guy, Bob. Bob turned up. Bob wanted to join the army or something. And Bob turned up, and the dad says, she's going, I'm going to London to make my fortune. And he's saying, no, don't go on the game for your dad. She was all right. I like that, Bob. To be honest, I don't think any man, normal man, average man would like it if his daughter or son did anything like that. There are some gay sons or whatever who fucking go on the game or suck cock or whatever, and that's that. I'd either put a bullet in his head or my head. I like that. What do you call that comedian? What do you call that Canadian comedian that died? A little girl standing up here with his cute pigtails. Yeah. So when this and they were going about this Pride March, and he said, "Yeah, I'm proud of my son. He's gay." Blah blah blah. And then they're showing the photograph of his son, like, oh, look at my son here. He's sucking someone's cock, and someone's shoving the cock up his arse. Oh yeah, without a doubt, people that have got drug problems. But at least the channel is there for them to make good money now. But like I say, in all walks of not in all walks of life, but when women and men and the drugs and they do things for sexually for money, just to get a little bit of money. But the good thing is, if they clean themselves up, they can make good money. And anyone out there who needs to be cleaned up, get in touch. Hey, my cunt turned up on the appropriate subject. Yeah, but but at the end of the day, I've seen in America. I don't know if it happens in any other country, and I'm guessing it's America because if you get put up with the bullshit from their parents about church and everything like that, and then they turn around and say we're kicking you out when you're 18, it's fucking a normal parent does not do that. But I think that I'm guessing that majority of these because they're scared to leave the church or they're fucking petrified of the church, and so they kick their kids out when they're fucking 18 on their 18th birthday. Hey, it's and then if they've got no support, but the thing is with that, like I left home when I was 16. When I was 18, I was like looking after my fucking auntie and uncle's kids. Then when I was 18, my uncle says, "You've got to go, or I'm gonna go." So I didn't say, "You go, you cunt." So I left. I went to my aunt. I went to my grandma's. But surely, when these kids, if their parents have kicked them out when they're 18, are they cunts? Are there no fucking uncles and aunties to take them in? This is what I find fucking difficult to understand. Surely there must be an uncle, a fucking auntie, or a fucking grandma or a granddad. Why is there no support system? Is the kid that much of a cunt? Why can't they go and live with another relative? I don't know because I don't watch the news. Now it's good. Yeah, but I think in some cases people do. There are people. Don't forget, America's got 350 million people. There are people that do help. It could be like their classmates. Fucking, they do help for a while. But I've seen stories of these kids, and they're on the streets. Then then after my grandma, I went to live with my girlfriend, and I stayed there 2 years on a sofa. Can I ask you a question, my cunt? Were you a cunt? Why did your parents kick you out, or did you leave because of a dodgy home home scene? You was on smite. Well, I think if you got a drug problem, no one's going to take you in, mate, are they? So she wouldn't put you in the house, but she put you it's fucking car. Well, I've had people working for me and they slept in my car, and then I bought one of them. I paid a month's rent for him. Well, could you turn your life around? No, but don't forget that there are not the same drug problems and drink problems in Japan as there are in the West. They don't even know how to fucking kiss. That's been my experience. So I've had to shove a finger up at their arse at the same time. Yeah, because they're all in Asian families, Asian kids. They're all into study. There's no time for boyfriends and kissing this and kissing that. So that's it. Ryan, they should open a new channel, Ryan the Kisser. Boy, can that boy kiss? I didn't spread their butt cheeks because there weren't spreaders in those days. Yeah, that's the. When they talk about these people with big willies, they really don't know what to do with it. Well, I saw. Has anybody heard of him recently? Because he was doing a. Actually, I watched one of his videos, one of his broadcasts, and it was quite interesting. But I think that was the only one he made. Is he still alive? I think what he should do is come to Japan and buy a house for 2 or 3 million yen. Can you, Mike, as you brought it up about being on Smack, how did you get into that or onto that? Was your family shit or was your friends shit? How does one get into that? If I can say, I think people that want to do drugs, like cocaine, heroin, smack, they're like arrogant and they think they're better than other people. Can you just tell us why? How did you get into it? I think they're better, or they think they're smarter, or they want to be part of a group, or they want to spread butt cheeks. Well, when I was young, I knew someone. I knew a few people, and they said, "Do you want some of this? Want some of that?" I said, "No," and they're dead now. The people that are doing drugs, they're dead. They died in their 30s. I hope I haven't upset Mike. It is, like I worked with a guy that had epilepsy, and he gave me some pills one night, and I just took these 1 or 2 pills. I can't remember, and it was just very enjoyable. I was very excited, but I don't know if it was like that film in when that black dude came over, Drug 51 or something. People just believed it was Good. Believed it would give you a high. I can see your comment. I can see they live in the moment. It takes a while, and it's something gone wrong, Mike. You made some comments that didn't show up. Okay, so it was just like smoking. Yes, a fuck it, but when it's smack or heroin or cocaine, it's a bad thing to get into just because your mates are doing it. Yeah, this is what I think about smoking. You know, like I just said to people that if you smoke cigarettes, you're weak because you really want to get into a group or get with people to. Because I remember when I was a kid, my sister gave us a cigarette. She made us smoke, and she said, if you tell me, Mum, I'm going to tell you smoked." So I was scared of my sister. My sister was a cunt, by the way. And then I tried it myself. There was like a box of cigarettes. It's fucking disgusting. So I cannot imagine anyone that would go through that with such a fucking disgusting fucking taste. I cannot imagine it. With beer, it's different because so with beer, it's different because even though there's a taste, it's something you can get used to after 200 bottles. Yeah, but there's a difference between like like meth, cocaine, heroin, and beer. Yeah, you always see this, don't you, with the steroids and people, like big, that street fighter, that black guy. And there's quite a few, they take the fucking steroids, they're fucking getting to the 40s, they fucking die. Yeah, the young people that I used to know, they were all fucking, they're showing me how to fucking break into cars, fucking screwdrivers, scissors. Yeah, you kind of wonder, like what blame is like laid to the parents. Did they put their kids on that path? But if they're like religious parents and things like that, you can imagine it. It's been a very interesting thread today, Mike. You should have seen the fucking crackpot that was on earlier. I think he was on fucking smack. Yeah, this is Can you give could you give us an example, Mike? He wait. I think he said he was going to give me 50 if I would show him. Show him my penis or something? But I just didn't. That's the funny thing. The other week, fucking Dashcam from America, because everybody there was like a random. Everybody started giving me money, three, four, five people, and then Dashcam says, "I've got you sent you $50, fucking 50 yen." What, they were busy working or something? When I was 12, I was giving my dad money so he could buy us food. Because when he come back from the pub, he said, you know, when you're drinking, but at least they were working, man. In our house, there was nothing in the cupboards. When I say there was nothing in the cupboards, there was fucking nothing in the cupboards. You know, like salt, like this. See, like this, this. There wasn't even this. We couldn't even get fucking salt on toast until I gave my dad my newspaper money, and then I would get the family allowance book. It's a great. Yeah, that's it. If you grow up in a tough area, if everyone's the same, that's good. You're lucky. I had to walk to school in snow in fucking snowshoes. You look a right cunt. So much then. But you turned yourself around now, mate. You're quite successful now, aren't you, mate? So much then. Be the good side. I didn't walk to school because I used to say to my mum and dad, I don't want to go to school. They go, okay. Yeah, well, we've been doing that. So me and oh fuck! I've just ordered a beer and it's fucking. I've just ordered a beer. It's fucking closing down. What a cunt! I've got to get my battery out. Remind me of fucking Uber days. Is anyone there? Is anyone there? Please talk to me because you're the only person that's watching me. I've come to my car to charge the phone up and I brought my drink out the bar. Lick my ball. I don't know. Is that a real movie? Yeah, the battery died. Hey, Murray, I didn't see it. All right, pal. Yeah, we were having. This has been one of the strangest live streams because of a crackpot before, and Mike Hunt telling us about his addiction problems. So I came out into the fucking car park, paid the bill, just bought. I just, I just bought a fucking bottle of beer. I've got, you know what I've got to start doing? One is stop drinking bottles of beers in cars, and the other one is what's the other one? Get a bit of memory. The other one is get a battery. Like when I worked for Uber, because I was working like 12, 13 hours, so I needed a battery. So I bought a big battery. Is that strange though? My favourite Jew is Woody Allen. Because he's a bit of a pervert, isn't he? Lick my ball. All right, Kyoto. Well, you said your dad brought you chips and what kind of chips? English chips or American chips? Was he away for the week? Which country was that? Hey, Murray. What's the weather like now, Murray? I'm getting old, so maybe if I get some money in the future years, maybe I'm going to come to New Zealand for the winter. This was the first hot day. It's a hot day, but I have spent most of the morning inside a fucking steam room, walking round to exercise. Maybe I should just open the windows. I am back. The fucking battery died just as I'd ordered a bottle of beer. And it was probably one of the best streams actually. Fucking battery. Yeah, that's what I've been fucking warned so many times about commons. And so I have to put like Mupid Stidia. Oh, English chips. You know how to make you happy. Oh, everyone's coming back. That's good. What's the temperature like in Australia, Mike? What do you mean it makes impossible to leave comments now? What? So did some people make comments but they wouldn't appear? What's his name? Elon Musk should buy it. Oh, really? So so it's 10 degrees, but it's like fucking steamy as fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the temperature. So this is why. So I want to be a poor fucking Muslim Arab person, but instead of flying my Rolls Royce to London to ride about on the streets, I just want to fly my arse to a cold place where I'm not fucking sweating my butt. Now it's evening, so it's cooled down. Yeah, they don't know how to kiss. No. See, and this is because I'm a good kisser. You'll never find out. But when my dad was in prison and my mum was going to the pub all the time, we had we had a babysitter called Rita, who was a few years old. So every time they went to the pub, we would just, and Rita too. So she would practice her kissing and we would practice our kissing. So we were like fucking 10 and 11 years old. And we would just snog all the time. Yeah, I don't think I could get. I don't think I'm a. I don't think I could give a good kiss now. I can't even do a good shit. It's not humid here at the moment. Yeah, it is important. I used to go out with this nurse, and she was a sister. She wasn't black. She was a nurse. She'd done well for herself, and she had a fucking gorgeous. You know, she wasn't bad looking, but her sister was even better looking. And she was saying to her sister, "Yeah, Gary's a good kisser." And so all night at this party, I was hoping that her sister was going to come up and snog me. Didn't happen. Am I ready to get sick? You got a photograph of fucking the pervert who was on earlier. Mike at Murray Crosby Melbourne. What does that mean? I don't know. Well, to be honest, I've apart from my wife, the last Japanese girl I went with, she was a daughter of a rich lawyer, and she had an apartment in Vancouver, and I can't remember. But I think if you watch videos, the Japanese girls, they're all different. But the one, like Indian girls, I've watched videos of Indian girls. They don't seem to be very good. Even though they're gorgeous looking, great at fucking spelling, good with sums. But when it comes to sex, I don't think Indian girls are very good. Which is just as well because there's enough of the fuckers. Yeah, I didn't. I fucked it up. What I didn't realize was that she really liked me and wanted to be with me, and because it was like a fucking 30-year age difference, I didn't fucking get. I didn't switch on to that, and so that went. She was going with a younger English person, but she's a fucking good laugh without a doubt. Now I don't know if she's trying to wind me up, but she told me that she'd never had an orgasm, and I said to her, "I've never had a sex on the beach." So we got something in common. Yeah, but I'm fucking so stupid. I've had this before. When I've had this like 2 or 3 times when fucking really gorgeous girls have been into me, it just goes straight over my head because I'm thinking, how can this girl be into me? It's fucking. I re- I remember when I was in my early 20s. When I was in my early 20s, And I was with, and I said to this girl, she's a fucking very good looking girl, and I said to her that I said, yeah, you and me, we were like snogging last week, and I said, I said to her, you were drunk, and she said to me, I must have been. And it's fucking, what a fucking put down. Maybe I'm autistic. Some people have said that before. I'm good at maths. No, but I just thought that was so fucking funny. You know, I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset. She was gorgeous and she was drunk. But the problem was the gorgeous girls that I missed out on, they weren't drunk and neither was I. And if I'd have been drunk, I'd have probably gone for it. No, I'm talking about when no, apart from Moe, I'm talking about when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, late 20s. Do I have low self esteem? No, I've got no esteem whatsoever. Yeah, but the thing with Al Pacino, the 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 most worrying thing about Al Pacino is that he doesn't realize that he can't act. Yeah, I was going to put an ad out saying, looking for tall, attractive girl with low esteem. I should make a song about that actually. I don't think I've only seen part of that actually. I think I was going through a phase of what's his mate's name? His grandson just died. The other one, they were in a film together. Both of them old cunts. So I went through a phase of watching both of their films. And then Al Pacino, he was in a film called Cruising. And I didn't realize what it was about. And then he got into like 20 minutes or 30 minutes in the film, went, ugh, you dirty fag bastard. Yeah, I don't like over the top. Was it a puff film? You could say that. Yeah, I think what it was like someone had been going around killing faggots. And so he had to go around and pretend to be a faggot. But I didn't realize at the time. It was a snuff puff film. What do I think of Thai women? I think the way that Thai women walk is beautiful and smile. Yeah, I remember Dog Day Afternoon and Michael Parkinson like going through it and everything. I suppose that was a good film. But like I say, I did go through a part where I was watching, like, if I liked an actor, then I would like watch their films. Yeah, I remember saying that to a friend. I think I like their smile, and he said, "Oh, that's not worth anything." I went to Thailand the first time, and I went out with a girl. She was in the booking office. I booked a tour, and I actually took the girl with me on the tour. And I think that's what I'll do next time. It's like, but you don't go with the whore. You just ask a nice girl to go with you to a club or a bar, and not for sex, but just for company. And they will, because Thai girls cannot go by themselves into these bars. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, why did you say that? How do you know these people? Because, well, the fucking try going to South Korea. Yeah, well, you do, don't you? I know someone that went. She's Philippines, and he's been married fucking 6 or 7 times, and then he married a fucking Philippine wife he used to smack about. But he built them a house, and it cost like a fucking $1,000,000 yen. Now, Koreans are twat. There was someone did a video on the. Someone did a video on the most unfriendliest people, and there was like Estonia, Switzerland, Denmark, South Korea, Liechtenstein, uh, next door to me. Now, they're the rudest fucks I've ever seen. And I've been to 27 countries. Well, no, well, this is just what it says on this fucking video or screenshot, whatever. But I agree with you. Switzerland is really fucking beautiful. But what can you say about a country that took all the fucking German gold and Jews gold, and then when people came from the people went to Switzerland after the war, Jewish people went to Switzerland after they went to the banks. They'd been in fucking concentration camps. And so these people said, my dad put money in this bank. And they'd have like a bank number, something like that. And they'd fucking turn around and say, have you got any identification? They fucked over all these Jews. They're not Jews, but Jews that have been in these fucking concentration camps. They managed to survive the concentration camps, and they fucked them over. Well, if they've got a fucking bank account number, someone's given them a bank account number. No, but how could you be? This is what people who work in banks. They were in England. They were like fucking people in banks, financiers, and you got these business people that were fucking taking loans, and their houses and businesses. They would fucking try to fucking fail these businesses and banks so they could, and houses so they could get their fucking money off them. These fucking they're fucking horrible wankers. Most people that work in the banking industry. Yeah, so the thing is with Japanese people, Because of the past history, they're never going to get a fucking fair shake with Korean people. And I heard stories of Japanese people, especially women, in language schools in Australia, and the fucking Koreans just gave them fucking shit. But I remember being in a izakaya once, a Japanese bar, and around this table there were all these people from all parts of the Commonwealth. About 5 or 6 people. And so I just went to everyone at the table. Sorry, 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 sorry. All right, Timmy, take care. There's a new guy on the black guy on one of the channels, and he's telling stories about Africa, and he seems very fucking interesting. And he was talking about Nigeria. Nigeria wasn't even a fucking country. What are you asking about? What isn't popular in Japan? What? Oh, sorry. What is popular in Japan? Hang on, I'm just going to check if I'm on my phone. Sorry, what? That's cool. Isn't that popular in Japan? What are you talking about, man? Just wondering. I wonder if I went to France or a France. That's crossed my mind in Vietnam, and whether I could like do a language course in Vietnam, like bring my French up to like a everyday conversation. Even though the French are very smelly. But I remember being in there's a place that I've got a lot of gaijin negotiation, and I remember being in an elevator with this French girl, and she was just fucking talking in French or with the French accent. I was just fucking melting. There was, are you still there? There was I think as it Disney, they just brought a new fucking. Yes, she is, but I've got to fucking sort it out. I've got to fucking plan it out. So But it does seem like around the world, the biggest problem around the world is that rent is too expensive. Or is it just in capital cities or for East and West Coast in America? But this is what happened in Vancouver. They just started taking all this fucking Chinese money. Yeah, but I think if I was wherever these people are, if you paid like $200,000 for an apartment, let's say, or even less, and then it was worth $1 million or $2 million, I'd be fucking out of there. I'd be there to a fucking third world country, buy something for a tenth of the price. But at the end of the day, you got to have your health and you're alive. Renting girls for drinking with you. Well, no, well, if I usually, well, I used to go into town and girls just wanted to drink with me. So, but I don't mind. You know, it doesn't cost money in Japan, so I just talk to girls. No, I don't need to rent out girls. I don't know. I don't mind buying a girl a drink, but I don't need to rent out girls. But I think if I went to Thailand or if I went to Vietnam, then I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying for spending time with girls. Oh, you can no, but the girl that what I'm talking about, you don't rent those girls. Those girls are just normal girls. They're just they can't get in gaijin bars. They can't get in foreign bars by themselves. So you just pay for them to go into the bars. No, but you can still do that. But I think the system in Thailand is you can go into a business and you say, "Can I have a girl?" Blah blah blah, and for whatever, whether sex, maybe not sex, but then you take this girl out or she takes you around, and then you just buy this girl food and drinks and have a good time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. No, but even in Japan, if you're in Japan, lots of Japanese men, people they don't know, they buy drinks for them, buy food for them. What's the best thing about living in Japan? The food and the safety, and not paying. You can get away with taxes. So there's lots of good things about living in Japan. Would I ever go back to the UK? Yeah, if I win a lot of money, and maybe for pension reasons. I've got a friend. He's just gone back to the UK, and he's got a job in like an auction house or something like that. But maybe he could be pension related. I don't know. But whether you're fucking 16 or 60, the government wants your fucking money. You know, it's fucking New Zealand's good. It wasn't very kind to me, but New Zealand's a great place to live. I saw something, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely. I saw something happen. 2 people dead, but no, what happened? I don't know. I don't know. Something about the Women's World Cup or something. 2 people died, 6 people injured. So what did happen? Because it was on Japanese TV. Well, there was a shooter and he shot 2 people or some people. So well, he just shot people at random. He was under house arrest, but they didn't check the house. Coppers are fucking useless. The system is, there's no fucking common sense. I tell you now, whenever something fucks up, there will be someone further down the line who has said to the person above him or her that, did you check this or did you check that? And they have turned them down and said, no, we didn't. We don't need to do that. Shut up. You're above your pay grade, whatever. I fucking bet you now, this happens all over the fucking world because people are fucking promoted. Then when they're promoted, they think they fucking know everything. And people below them have said, this is what's going on. I think maybe that's happening or this is happening. And they've just said, no, you fucking don't know anything. And then some cunt's killed. So he just shot these people willy-nilly. There wasn't no reason why he shot these people. I mean, were they gay or fucking foreign or women or men or? What you mean? He came from a domestic. What, he was beaten? It's not usually men that come from a domestic, unless the man is doing the fucking beating. So this guy was working with people, then he decided to shoot him. I remember I was working with this Egyptian cunt, and he said he had a driver. This driver had just come out of prison, and I must admit, because my dad is in prison, I don't like prison people, and I wasn't very friendly towards this guy. And then a few weeks after working for this Egyptian cunt, he was in some kind of traffic problem, and he took out a gun and fucking fucking shot at this fucking other driver. And I just feel that he could have fucking shot me. Don't fucking bully people. Don't fucking pick on people. No, he was in prison. No, he was in prison for stealing things, breaking into places, beating my mother, trying to kill my mother. Um, yeah, my mother fucked up. His parents said you shouldn't marry him. His own parents. He was such a cunt. His own parents said don't fucking marry him. No need to be sorry. He was a cunt. All the fucking social security money that he got for running the house or buying his clothes and food just went to the pub. He said to me, I don't need to work. You don't need to. He's recommending this life. You don't need to work. I'm in the pub like dinner time and night. Yeah, well, we're fucking walking around like scruffy bastards and no food. It's a good job there's fucking free food in England. Yeah, he had a girlfriend. I would. My brothers went to the where his girlfriend was. They had like 6 kids, and I would stay in the house by myself. But the thing is, there are worse dads. There are worse people. People that beat their kids, have sex with their kids, fucking put their kids into sex trafficking. There are worse people. But the thing is, he was the only one in our area. Yeah, what is the fucking? What happened was there was my brother-in-law was in the army. He knocked up my sister. She was 17. He knocked her up, and then there was an argument. My dad broke a bottle over this fucking young squaddy's head, and he sat in the fucking corner. There's a difference between an old man, between a man in his 30s, 40s, and a fucking teenager. Whether he's a daddy or not, you're a fucking teenager, and you fucking don't know life. And if an older guy is you're bigger than stronger than him, but if he fucking hits you in the face with a fucking bottle, it's a new life. And so my sister and my dad was arguing who was the best person to bring us up. They were both thieving, useless, fucking worthless cunts. My dad got the job. I don't know why people give Jeffrey Epstein. He gave those young girls a load of fucking money. Just touch this cock. It's. I think if you're flying people around the world, giving them the best food, giving them the best accommodation, and giving you spending money, is it really a big bad deal if you fucking ask them to touch your cock or suck it? I, you know, no, because these girls are like this. This is their fucking thing. If they were good girls, they would go nowhere fucking near. Because these girls said to their mates, I can fucking I just got to fucking massage this guy's back and give me $300. Now, if she was a good girl, even if it was $300, she would say no. But they're not because they're little tarts. Yes, well, they were kids, without a doubt. But when I was 23, I had a 17-year-old girlfriend, and I just thought it was. I asked mates, is there too big an age gap? Because I was worried about that. But 14, 15, 16-year-old girls do have sex. You know, it wasn't like where they'd fucking been moved into a room with a fucking dirty mattress. It's I'm not. I don't want to fucking bury a hole for myself here, but as child trafficking goes, I think they had a pretty good job. Look, my sister was a fucking slag, but she didn't make any money. If she'd have been offered that job, she'd have took it fucking gladfully, without a fucking doubt. And so would a lot of other girls, because they're sexually active, they know what a cock is, and they're getting fucking good money. So I guess they couldn't call it. I guess they couldn't call it the sound of silence because Art Garfunkel wanted to be involved. I'm interested. How old are these girls? Art Garfunkel always complained he wasn't a very nice man, and he always complained because everyone saw him as a useless cunt. And the same with the Wham, the English group. But the thing with Wham is that the other guy, not George Michael, the other guy, he was the instigator of Wham. He wrote the songs, he played the guitar, so he was the main guy. It wasn't George Michael? It was the other guy, the good-looking guy. But it just shows you people's conceptions. But with Art Garfunkel, he was just a nasty, useless cunt. Yeah. I don't think he was. I don't think he's a nice guy. But Paul Simon, he seems a nice guy. But it is what it is. Art Garfunkel could sing. That was his job. Paul Simon wrote the songs, played the guitar. And I do believe that Art Garfunkel might have had access to a tambourine. I don't know if it was a setup, but it was very strange how there was no one looking out at the back of it. That if they'd have put a detective at the back of Abbey, it's still because he'd have seen this guy. But everyone was facing the same way, so it could be true. Very strange, isn't it? But why kill a defunct prime minister? But the good thing is he holds the Japanese record for the longest prime minister. Look at it. No, no, I don't believe that because his body had wounds. So I don't believe that. The shooter had a reason for shooting him. Yeah, this is a little bit crazy. No, no, well, you can slow any video down to show anything. But I don't believe for one moment that's nonsense. That is nonsense. But there definitely should have been there should have been a there should have been a screen behind him. There should have been a detective behind him. I don't know. Should, has there never been a inquiry into this yet, or is it coming out in about 10 years' time? I don't know if it was in a religious group, but yeah, they were tied to it by getting lots of donations. And this is why the young man he lost his fucking house because his stupid cunt mother gave it to this fucking. I would ban all religious organizations because they're fucking all corrupt. They are fucking all corrupt, all of them. There is no safe. Well, so I shouldn't say that. There might be one or two. But if you look at the Church of England, they've got so much fucking land, but what do they do with it? Nothing. It just fucking sits there. It just sits there fucking collecting fucking that that could be sold. Houses could be built on it to fucking house the immigrants. I think now it's becoming more and more clear that whether it's Canada, whether it's America, whether it's Australia, whether it's fucking England or Britain, they do not give a fuck about the people that they're supposed to give a fuck about. They really don't. There was in London. There was a guy who was retiring, and his salary, he was like a civil servant, on £160,000. That was his salary. How the fuck? And same in America. How the fuck can they get these massive fucking salaries? It's fucking ridiculous because it's the average person that's got to pay for these cunt salaries, and not only pay for their salaries, but they've got to pay for their fucking pensions. We've got to start killing these people. Dan Andrews, no, the name does not ring a bell. No, no, I haven't heard that name. But the thing is, they're fucking corrupt all over the place. And the only place they sort out corrupt politicians is in China. There was a fucking case in England that with this fucking Indian woman, she was like in the 50s. These are the most dangerous fuckers. And they wonder why they can't get jobs. Someone got into a marrying thing, blah, blah, blah. She stole $1 million fucking quid from her employees. But the good news is her employees were solicitors. So that was nice. But the fucking, but sometimes when these people they get found out, they steal this money, and they get jailed for a year or 2 years. Jail them for fucking ever. Also, he's right at the top. Now, what is he doing for the What is he doing for the Chinese? But you do realize there is Chinese food in those bags, so it's not all money. My sister works in a working. My sister worked in a workingman's club. She would not even give me a fucking free beer. She paid for the beer from her own pocket. The people at the bottom of the chain, like working men and women, they are the least corrupt. The most corrupt are the people that work in banks, the people that are politicians. My local old guy, he was 95, uh, and he said to me before he died that the best fucking job was politics. That's it. That's the best fucking job. Do you know in Japan, if you collect money for your MP or whatever your political fucking affiliate, whatever, if you got, let's say you've got a Mitsubishi and they give 500,000 yen or 5 million yen to that politician, the person collecting that money gets 50%. It's not a fucking, it's not a fucking 5 million year job. You get 50% of the fucking donation given by the companies. Yeah, you're right, Kyoto. I've seen so many fucking people. No, but normal people as well. Normal people as well steal money, several £100,000, and then they say you just have to pay back like fucking £1. Can you imagine being the fucking person that this fucking cunt they stole your money? When is that case coming to court for that fucking dodgy looking fucker? It's just that they're brought up with so much fucking arrogance, isn't it? They can do whatever they fucking like. They can do no wrong. Well, they can do wrong, but don't get punished. Isn't he like under his parents' guardianship? He's an ugly looking evil fucker, and so are his comrades. Can you imagine all over the world there are young men and women saving every penny they can get to fucking. So, but if he gave money to the church that's in charge of the case, isn't there some kind of, what do you call it when they can recluse themselves from the trial? Collusion. No, I don't think that's what I meant. Corruption. Yeah, well, I think they did lose everything because they were fucking stupid cunts. Aha! Trying to find what's left of my warm beer. That's emptied it. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what my mum used to say to me. And I used to say, "Where's the fucking basket?" I am the Goya. I'm on the outskirts, in the suburbs. Cool guy. Which city is the best live in Japan? I don't know. Well, depends. I don't know. Depends what kind of person you are. If you've got a family, I think there are places here in Japan. If you've got a family, you can live for free. They will pay you. So all depends on your situation. But Tokyo's exciting. Everyone slags off. Osaka's exciting. Everyone slags off Nagoya. Oh my, la la la. But I know this guy from he's a Venezuelan American, and he's a photographer and an English teacher, and he's bought a house in Osaka, and it's fucking amazing. Really big, lots of land, old fashioned. It's a fantastic looking house, and I'm just wondering where the fuck has he got the money from? And so like someone has offered me a house for 2 million yen, so I'm very interested in this, but I just need 2 million yen. Maybe I should do a fundraiser. But at the end of the day, I'd say a bad city to live in is in Kyushu because there's a lot of fucking rain and there's a lot of fucking hills that slide down and fucking crush your houses and kill you. But Okinawa's good. Depends how old you are. Depends if you got a family. Depends if you want to shaggy. No, no, there are places all over the world where you can buy houses for like a few dollars, but the thing is, what does that house need repairs? That's the main thing. In England, it's the same thing. You can buy a house for £1, but you got to stay there 5 years, and you need to renovate the building. There are places like this all over. There are places where they will fucking pay you money. If you've got a young family, they will pay you money to come and live in their city. If you've got young kids and you've got no job, that's worth looking at. No, it's not a myth. It's true. But this is not just in Japan, and it will increase over time. Like in Japan now, they're still building these fucking massive buildings. You know, like fucking 50 stories, 60. Why the fuck are they building all these buildings? Where the fuck does this money come from? It's fucking strange. Or it's fucking. Because if you look at places in America when people don't want to go into work or they want to work from home, which in today's society and world, you can work from home because you just use computers. There's no point in paying rent and living in a fucking expensive city when you can be online doing your job and earning money and just maybe going to the office like once a week or once a month. But the problem is, it's called REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, something like that. I looked at it a long time ago. But they want people to come into the city because people have invested in these buildings. And if these buildings aren't fucking worth anything, then their investments go fucking under. No, they're not viable for everyone, without a doubt. But what the place I'm looking at, it's like it's in the sticks. But the things I've got, if I can buy this cheap and put all my things in there, then I can travel. My friend bought a place and he spent his 2 million yen. He got a building and a warehouse for 2 million yen. You know, but it's 2 million yen. So you can knock it down. You can buy fucking containers. You can put 2 containers, 3 containers for like fucking 500,000 yen. And you can build a new fucking place for 500,000 yen. Do you realize how much it would cost in a different country to buy fucking land and build a house or buy a house? It's 2 million yen. At the house, it could cost you 5 million yen. There was a model. I fucking slagged him off, but he never said how much he bought a house. I heard in Setagaya in Tokyo, that's one of the most fucking most with Akia empty houses. This is in Tokyo. Yeah, there you go. But these places, they're all over the fucking place. Don't is that not worth it? Is that not viable for you? Like all over the world, these places they're asking for like fucking amazing fucking money for rent where you can't fucking live. There was a black girl on TV or the computer, and she was saying before they put her fucking rent up, like another fucking £500 or whatever, her rent was already fucking 50% of her fucking salary. No, but well, it depends on. Like for me, I'm at the. I wouldn't say at the end of my life, but I'm like 60 or 70. I'll get a pension soon, and so I can work. I can work from there. But if I can buy a house for 2 million yen and I'm not paying rent, but like I said, but also there's the other end of the coin. If you're a young family, you've got one or two kids, it's the same thing. There's someone on the net, and it's a guy and his wife, and maybe they got one or two young kids, and they bought an old fucking farm in the mountains, and they've fucking got this idyllic life. Which brings me back to the problem before. Why the fuck are they still building all these massive buildings? Where the fuck is the money come from? Where the fuck is the money going to? Where the fuck is the money coming from? Did I say that already? So your comment, yeah, it's crazy shit, it's just been fucking blocked. The problem with this is fucking Google or YouTube. They got these fucking bitches that are running the fucking show. Shit. How the fuck between adults, how the fuck can shit be an offensive word? This is gonna but the funny thing is, Japan is a great place to live. But unless it gets filled with people from China, which could be like an oppressive fucking society, unless they start repopulating it, because people from other parts of Southeast Asia, they get treated like shit by the Japanese. Yeah, but besides that, it's shit is not really an offensive word. Do me a favor, write another comment, but just put SHIIT. Do a misspelling of shit. See if that gets stopped. Because I know you is evil. So now, so now I've got three fucking messages that are held for review. No, do a misspelling of shit. Put SHIIT. See if that gets stopped. No, I can't see the misspelling. Yeah, I can see it now. I can see it. Fucking unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable. SHIIT, they fucking. Are you fucking crazy? Fucking hell. That's some crazy shit, man. I wonder. Try it again. Try it again, but do it SHIIIIT. See if that fucking gets stopped. They fucking stopped it. That is fucking stupid. So obviously the algorithm just counts all the fucking. So it counts all the words and it counts the fucking letters that are contained in that word to come up with the fucking. So this is what. So now when I make comments on people's videos, I say "blucking flidiot." Oh, so look at that. They didn't recognize it. They didn't recognize shit with a warning. I find that a little bit difficult to believe. I think they're listening to us because that is a lot of people have done that. Yeah, it hasn't been blocked. But that a lot of people that's been used for a long time, hasn't it? Shit like that SH1T. But the fucking algorithm doesn't spot that. How fucking mental is that? Right, guys, I'm gonna get off. My beer is finished. I'm gonna go to the next bar. You fucking started something. Oh, I see. Not Kyoto. So now the first time it didn't block, but it did block after. They think they're heroes. They think they're fucking saving the world. I don't know how to Raketi-san. I don't know how to spell your name. Anyway, auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye.